The Final Four, Saturday and Monday, apparently. And 6 p.m. Saturday, it's Florida versus Auburn. And 9 p.m. Saturday, it's Houston versus Duke. Sunday is clear. Finally, Mr. Producer. Sunday's clear of sports. Well, maybe not baseball. Who knows? So, if you can set your DVR 8 p.m. Eastern, Saturday and Sunday, you're in for a treat. I promise you. And I see that the media are going around asking Republicans about tariffs, and I don't blame them. But how come they never go around and ask anybody about the foreign tariffs that are on our goods? I'm just curious about that. Seriously, I don't mind them asking about what Trump's doing. That's real news. But why don't they ever go around and say, well, what do you think about China's 67% tariffs? Canada has tariffs on their dairy products into the hundreds. Several 100%. It's just strange to me that they don't dig into this at all. But we will, of course. These two shows are going to be great, just like this one is. You ready for this one, ladies and gentlemen? Associated Press. This just came out. The Supreme Court of the United States, at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, granted the Trump administration's plea to cut hundreds of millions of dollars in teacher training money as part of its anti-DEI efforts while a lawsuit continues. You know what the vote was? 5-4. 5-4. You were the three so-called liberal justices, the radicals, joined by the Chief Justice of the United States, John Roberts. So John Roberts joins Jackson, Sotomayor, and Kagan. Very troubling. Very, very troubling. Then the Associated Press goes on about the cuts to more than 100 programs been temporarily blocked by a federal judge in Boston. Found that they were already affecting training programs aimed at addressing a nationwide teacher shortage. So what? It's not a judge's business. The emergency appeal is among several the High Court is considering, in which the Justice Department argues that lower court judges have improperly obstructed President Trump's agenda. Friday's order was the first time in 3 attempts that the nation's highest court gave the administration what it wanted on an emergency basis. But there's John Roberts voting with the three radicals. U.S. District Judge Mayan Wan issued a temporary restraining order sought by 8 Democratic-led states that argued the cuts were likely driven by efforts from Trump's administration to eliminate DEI programs. Well, what if they were? So what? So this is very important to understand that John Roberts went with the other three, which is also means that Barrett went with the four. Their separate opinion, Ketanji Brown Jackson, by my observation, she's a woman, but she doesn't know if she is or not because she couldn't explain it. It's beyond puzzling that a majority of justices conceive of the government's application as an emergency. It's beyond puzzling? Well, you're beyond stupid then if that's what you conclude. California is leading the ongoing lawsuit, joined by Massachusetts, New Jersey, Colorado, Illinois, Maryland, New York, Wisconsin. Boston Public Schools already fired several full-time employees due to the loss of grant fund. Well, so what? What does this have to do with judges intervening? I mean, this is incredible to me. And there he is. John Roberts. How pathetic. What's with this guy? Apparently something's not right. Listen to this one. New York Post. Trump demands Harvard University ban face masks, crack down on anti-Semitism, or lose $9 billion in funding. Harvard has an endowment of like over $50 billion. Did you know that, Mr. Producer? Over $50 billion. Why is he getting $9 billion in federal funding? Why are you taking $9 billion from electricians and truck drivers from cops and firefighters, whomever, and giving it to an Ivy League, probably the Ivy League school, that has $52 billion in the bank. Government officials set out the terms in a stern letter. They accused the Ivy League of fundamentally failing to protect American students and faculty from anti-Semitic violence and harassment. I want to thank the Trump administration again and again and again for what they're doing. The Biden administration did absolutely nothing about this. They are really digging in. They're really fighting it. Forget about Josh Shapiro. Forget about this guy, Greenblatt, who runs the Anti-Defamation League. These guys try to unjew themselves because the radical left-wing Democrats that fund the ADL, apparently, and others, this guy Josh Shapiro is a pathetic, sickening joke. They try and have it both ways. You don't have it both ways. Like Columbia, the Cambridge, Massachusetts campus has been a hotbed for student-led anti-Israel protests. They are not anti-Israel protests. They're not being punished because they're anti-Israel. They're anti-Semitic, violent, harassment activities. They are riotous. Now, Harvard must limit the time, place, and manner of campus speech and protests. Review academic departments that fuel anti-Semitic harassment. Notice that? Anti-Semitic harassment. Those departments are required to address bias and improve viewpoint diversity. The letter sent to Harvard President Alan Garber did not specify the departments at Harvard that need review. It's because all of them do. The letter also called for firmer enforcement of the university's existing discipline policies, as well as a report on all actions taken in response to anti-Semitism since the October 7, 2023 attack in Israel. Alexander Katzenbaum, a Harvard Divinity School graduate who's suing the university over campus anti-Semitism, supported the administration's crackdown. I know, but I don't think Joshi does. The Joshster over there, Shapiro, in Pennsylvania. He said, in the same way the federal government threatened to withhold funds from racist school districts that refuse to integrate, the power of the purse is the last tool available to coerce Harvard to treat all its students with equality and justice. One of the reasons I support this so strongly is because it was an idea I wrote about in American Marxism. I wrote about this idea 4 years ago, Mr. Producer. Defund the universities. Defund the colleges. This is the way to do it. And the Trump administration is doing exactly that. And the Trump administration should do exactly that. The Biden administration refused. And the Trump administration gets no credit from the media, no credit from the Democrats, because they don't support it. They don't support it. Tell me one major Democrat who supports this. Who are they? Where are they? Is he governor? Senator? Who is it? Well, I can't think of any. If there is one, it's one. That's it.